Thank you for tuning in to the 2020 New Year's Eve celebration, presented by Comfortline Fiber Frame at Imagination Station. Please welcome your host, extreme scientist Dan Clements, and special guest, 13 ABC's Tony Geftos. Sit back, relax, and let the countdown to 2021 begin.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the annual New Year's Eve Bouncy Ball Drop here at Imagination Station in beautiful downtown Toledo. My name is Dan Clements. I'm the education manager here at Imagination Station, and we are very excited, and we have all kinds of really awesome things for you to do here in celebration of the year 2021. We are going to be bouncing out of 2020. It's been a hard year for everyone involved with everything going on in the world. So, unfortunately, we are unable to have our awesome celebration here at Imagination Station with all of you guys here to celebrate with us. But we are very proud to be sharing with you guys a really fun virtual celebration where we are going to be dropping 21,000 bouncy balls from the upper atrium here at Imagination Station. And we loaded all 21,000 of those bouncy balls up into our bouncy ball dropping contraption. So we have some video here of that where we were loading them in. All 21,000 bouncy balls. You can see we constructed our very own bouncy ball dropping device. It's a big wooden box. And at the right time, at 2:21 today, we are going to be dropping all 21,000 bouncy balls, and we are very excited to share that with you guys. So stay tuned. In just a few minutes, we're going to be dropping all those balls. But if you're curious about how to make your own bouncy ball at home, I believe Caitlin is making some bouncy balls over there. Caitlin, what are you doing?
That's right. We are going to look at how we can make our very own bouncy ball using supplies you likely already have at home around you. So for this activity, you are just going to need some borax washing liquid, which I have in my beaker here, a little bit of water, some white school glue, cornstarch, and a little bit of paint for color if you happen to have some. So to get started, we are going to mix our cornstarch and borax into 4 tablespoons of water. So I already have my 4 tablespoons of water measured out. To that, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, and you don't have to be precise about this at all. Dump that in, and along with our cornstarch, we are going to add 1/2 teaspoon of borax to our water. So I'll get our 1/2 teaspoon out here, borax, dump that in, and now we are going to mix this up. We're going to stir it. It might be a little tricky to stir at first with that cornstarch on the bottom, but as you get it mixed up, it should start to take on the consistency and color of some milk. Let's get that stirred up really quickly. There we go. We've got a nice liquid mixture there. We'll set that aside. And now it's time for our glue and our paint. So taking our same 1 tablespoon that we used for our cornstarch, we're going to add in our white school glue, just 1 tablespoon of glue. Pour that out into our tablespoon measure. Dump it into our mixing container. And to that, we're going to add just a few drops of paint of whatever color you choose. I'm going to add in about 1, 2, maybe 3 drops there. Again, we're going to use a different stirring device to mix up our paint and our glue until they're nice and mixed like this. Okay, now here comes the important part. We're going to mix both of our mixtures together, but we're going to do this in a very specific way. So we want to make sure there's no cornstarch settled at the bottom of our first mixture. We're going to pour this mixture into our glue and paint, and we're going to start stirring it as soon as we mix them together. Ready? Here we go. Pouring that in, and already I'm going to start stirring it, and you should start to see a change happen right away. There's something gathering at the bottom of the container, and it's stuck to my stirring device. Can you see that? Look at that. That is what is going to become our bouncy ball. We're going to make a mess now. We're going to dump it right into our hand out of our container, and we're going to start to get our hands really sticky and messy. We're going to press that together, roll it into the shape of a ball, and start pressing any extra liquid out, just really compacting all of that stickiness together. Now, what's going on here is we are cross-linking polymers. Bouncy balls are actually made out of rubber, which is a natural polymer. And our bouncy ball today is made out of a polymer in white glue called PVA, or polyvinyl acetate. And we've cross-linked that with the borax to make our bouncy balls that we're making here. You're gonna wanna roll it in your hands for a few minutes. It might take a little time. If it's extra liquidy, you can dab it on a paper towel. But to show you, I have a bouncy ball that I made here just a few minutes ago, and we're gonna see how it bounces. Are you ready? Oh, look at that. So you can make your very own bouncy ball at home. Get ready to do a bouncy ball drop along with us here in just a short amount of time. And have a happy new year.
Thank you so much, Caitlin. If you guys are interested in creating your very own bouncy balls at home to bounce along with us today, you can go to our website, imaginationstationtoledo.org, to find all that awesome science, all those awesome science activities. But without further ado, I am very excited to introduce our special guest from 13 ABC here in Toledo, Tony Geftos.
Hey, how's it going, Dan? I'm just practicing the physics of the bouncy ball. You know what I like to do is give the ball a little backspin and then try to catch where it's going to go.
Bring the ball back to you.
So that got me thinking, how are these gonna spin when they fall out of the box? Is there any prediction in the direction they go?
Well, there's actually a really interesting thing that happens when bouncy balls bounce, and also happens with other types of balls as well, is that if they're spinning, when they bounce, they'll actually reverse their spin. So which is pretty cool. You can try it with a bouncy ball at home.
If you're a good tennis player, then you know how to do that. But you can try it with a bouncy ball too. And then you create your own, and it's like when you build your own lightsaber, then your Jedi training is complete.
Exactly, yeah, and your science training is complete, your physics training.
Bouncy ball master. Now, we had a person who commented, and go ahead and comment below, ask us questions, like, share. Go ahead and share this because we still have some time left for everybody to enjoy the magic live here on YouTube. And somebody said, the same thing I did, when we walked up and before we hoisted the giant box, it doesn't look like 21,000 bouncy balls.
Yes, so if you think about it, each bouncy ball, I have an extra one here, each bouncy ball is about a square inch in space, so they don't take up too much space, right? But I personally saw to it that we have 21,000 bouncy balls in there. They come in bags of 1,000.
Have Dan's guarantee.
And we showed video of them pouring them in. We didn't show pouring all of them in because it took a few minutes to get all of the balls in. So we didn't show all of them, but I can guarantee you guys, yep, there's the footage right there. There's buckets and buckets and buckets full of bouncy balls, and I can guarantee you that we got all 21,000 in there.
So they're going to go up 40 feet in the air.
40 feet in the air.
There's a bunch of equations at the bottom of the screen here.
Yep.
And those equations are basically telling us they're going to come down very fast.
Yeah, they're coming fast. They're going to go about 30 miles an hour, but we'll get to that in a second. I think I'm hearing some noise. Jeff, are you making some noise back there? I think he's making some noisemakers. Jeff?
Yeah, that's right. We are indeed in the tinkering studio making noisemakers. This is a really fun activity that you can do at home to celebrate the new year, and it only requires a very few things. You need some rubber bands, some craft sticks, a straw, and some scissors, something to cut up the straw with. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take a single craft stick, no straw, no anything else, and you're gonna wrap around a rubber band long ways. You've probably never wrapped a rubber band like this before, but just like this, it's gonna go along like that. Now, the next thing that you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna cut up a couple pieces of straw. You wanna be careful with this because they tend to fly everywhere, right? So you just wanna get 2 pieces that you can control, like this. All right, and we're gonna take the first piece, and we're not tucking it under the rubber band or anything like that. We're setting it right on top of the rubber band, and then we're gonna get another craft stick, and we're gonna set it on top of that. The goal is that we want to leave a little bit of space because this rubber band we wrapped around, it's gonna be doing the thing vibrating, making the noise. So you can wrap it around like this, and it makes this like kind of funny alligator crocodile mouth thing. That's how I know I'm doing the right steps so far, is I got a crocodile mouth, and we're gonna actually rubber band it down so that we can maintain that shape. So just give me 1 minute to wrangle this together like so. Twisting, and it doesn't really matter that much how the rubber band goes on, as long as it's on, and it looks like that. All right, notice the straw is not tucked under the rubber band or anything like that. In fact, it's super easy just to place your second straw the same distance, and what do you think we're gonna do next? kind of obvious, or we're going to do the other end. So it's going to have this harmonica shape to it, right? Some people call these like little at-home harmonicas as well. All right, we're wrapping that one around, wrapping that one around. All right, and what's great about this is you can have each person make one so you're not sharing germs, but you're going to put your mouth right here, and you can blow through it. You don't really have to hum or anything like that. You can just blow. And the vibration of this bottom rubber band inside of there from the wind blowing across it actually is what's causing the sound.
Wow, thanks a lot, Jeff. I can hear all that noise coming from over in the studio. That looks amazing. If you guys are interested in making those sound sandwiches, you can check out our website, once again, imaginationstationtoledo.org. Before we go any further with the celebration, we have to give a big thanks to our sponsor for this event, which is Comfort Line Fiber Frame. Family owned and Toledo proud, makers of commercial and residential fiberglass windows, doors, and sunrooms. Comfort Line Fiber Frame. Thanks again to Comfort Line Fiber Frame for sponsoring this event. Next, I believe we have Tony. Tony.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm still here bouncing this ball. It's been hours of entertainment. But I'm watching How to Make Noisemakers and thinking, if I want to watch this later, we'll be able to rewind back the video, right? You can just scroll back once it posts on YouTube. If you're scrambling now to get it done live, just wait. You can watch this over and over. But also, you have virtual programming throughout the year that you can sign up for, and you can do these kinds of experiments at home.
Yep, you're exactly right. We have virtual programming hosted by Imagination Station that you can sign up for, and we will actually do educational programming for your classroom or your scout group or any group that you want to do us programming. We're going to do it virtually since we can't do it here inside the Science Center. And I believe we have a little preview of some awesome programming we can do. There it is, virtual programs.
Pretty cool. Oh boy.
And you can tell we have a lot of fun. We do virtual field trips, which is great for classrooms and teachers.
Right. And so
Water is part
the
of our
visceral
day-to-day
experience, you
weather.
can also tell people how to emulate at home. You can actually work on your own bouncy ball and make up your own type of noisemaker and
Yep.
blow up your own balloons and do that at home along with it while you're watching it. So
Yep,
it's
you can do all kinds of fun stuff at home. And actually, if you're interested,
the
you can actually
steam from the
order a
molten
kit
lava.
from our
Look for
website
patterns and clues
called an
around your
idea kit.
neighborhood that
And I
relate to the
believe
wind speed.
Sloan has some really awesome stuff there. Sloan, tell us about these kits. Awesome.
Thanks. I'm so excited to show you what I have here. It's called the Idea Kit, and there's actually 12 different science activities all inside this box. And they range from all different types of science content. There's things on engineering and buoyancy and chromatography, center of mass. So there's lots of fun stuff to do. Let me show you some of my favorites. One of them is the beautiful chromatography butterfly. You can see all the fun colors you can add to your butterflies as you learn about the science of chromatography. And I think I got a little carried away here making my butterflies. You can see that I actually have a kaleidoscope of butterflies. That's what a big group of butterflies is called, is a kaleidoscope, which I think is super cool. Another thing that you guys can do, it's called the cipher wheel. So you can make secret messages for your brother or sister that mom and dad will have no clue what you're talking about. And you can take the time to decode them and communicate with each other without anybody else knowing what you're saying. Now, the neat thing about this kit is you not only get all the supplies you need to create all 12 activities, but you also get really easy to follow instructions. There's tips for parents to ask really good questions to make the learning more meaningful. And then you can also go down to the library. There's a book list on here as well. So you can get recommendations for books that'll really make this a meaningful afternoon of science learning when the weather outside is frightful. Now, a few more of my favorites. I love making aluminum foil boats. And the cool thing about it is this activity really allows for iteration. So it allows you to repeat the experiment again and again to see if you get different results. So you can see I made a really cool aluminum foil boat here. I'm going to get it to balance in the water. And then you can add weight to it, and you can compete as a family to see who can create the boat that can hold the most weight. Now, another activity that I really love is something called the 3D snowflake. Do you want to see what it looks like? Caitlin, bring in my 3D snowflake. Move it back. All right, now I think this is such a cool visual snowflake. It looks so complicated to make. Hint, it's really super duper easy, and we'll show you how, not only in our instructions, but in a cool video on our website as well. Thank you, Caitlin. You may move the star away. We also have engineering design challenges in this kit. So we have the ability to do paper tower challenges using newspaper and tape. It's amazing the amount of weight that a simple tower can hold. And then one of my all-time favorites, I'll show you here, is Insta Snow, because it wouldn't be a wintertime kit without some Insta Snow. So I just take this powder, and I'll put it right here. And all you have to do is just add a little bit of water, and you can do it the proper way with the pipette, or you can just pour the water right on there. And you can see, like right before our eyes, we get some amazing snow. So even if we can't build a snowman outside, we could still experiment with snow inside with our Insta Snow. So 12 different activities in the Idea Kit. Really, really fun. You can check it out in our online store. And thank you for all your support for Imagination Station.
Thank you so much, Sloan. If you guys are interested in our Idea Kits, you can actually purchase them from our website.
Yeah, and I want to actually, through the magic of live YouTube, ask a question to you, because somebody typed it at the bottom, and here it is in a hard copy form.
Sure,
and
shoot.
It's a sticky note, too. It's stuck to my finger there. Yeah, we'll talk about the adhesive properties later, but how much gravitational pull does a bouncy ball have, Dan?
Well, gravity is pulling down on all objects at about 9.8 meters per second, okay? And what that means is our bouncy balls, we did some calculations, and our bouncy balls, they're 40 feet up, which is about 14 meters, or 12 meters, something like that. And we did the calculations, and they go about 30 miles an hour by the time they reach the floor here. So
We don't do metrics. 30
we're
miles
going
an hour.
30 miles an hour, and the terminal velocity for a bouncy ball is about 50 miles per hour. But they're making a lot of noise in the back there, Tony, so
yeah.
I think we're going to have to go to Mark. Mark, what is happening back there so loud?
We're making some noisemakers. And the fun thing about these noisemakers is you actually get to use tools when you're making them. So first thing you're going to need is a bunch of bottle caps. You will also need a piece of wood, a nail, a wire cutter, and a hammer, and optionally a mallet. So with your nail, you're going to take your bottle caps, you're going to put a little hole in them. And if you're feeling very ambitious, you can flatten them with your mallet, and then you're going to need one of these nice pants hangers. Just remove that cardboard, and then we're going to wrap a little bit of wire around this the little hook down here, so that it can hold your bottle caps. You'll stretch it across, clip this off, and then put on your bottle caps and wrap it around the other side, and you have a noisemaker.
Thanks a lot, Mark. I'm sure we're going to be, if you guys do that at home, we're going to be annoying lots of parents with that super fun noisemaker there. But
the big event, it's coming. And we want
coming.
everybody to like and share and spread the word. Call your grandma, let her know. We've just got about 2 minutes and 30 seconds left here. And then once it's over, you'll get to replay it and watch it again. But we want everyone to experience it live at 2:21 New Year's Eve as we usher in 2021.
2:21. And I think we're going to throw it quickly. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to get ready. We're going to get some safety gear. Check out this amazing activity. It's one of my favorites, Insta Snow.
You love playing in the snow, but bundling up is such a drag, man. Sometimes it's too warm for water vapor to form into ice. That means no snow, bro.
It's never gonna snow.
Well, we have just the experiment for you. Insta Snow.
Insta Snow? What's that?
Insta Snow is made from a polymer called sodium polyacrylate. This powder doesn't take up as much space to store, but just splash in some water and it expands to hundreds of times its own original size.
Wow, it grows!
Leaving you with a pile of soft, fluffy snow in just seconds. Gnarly.
It's just like snow!
It looks just like snow.
Insta Snow!
Forming real snow? It's complicated. Water vapor in the air needs to combine with...
We are back, and we are just about, oh my gosh, we are just over 60 seconds away, and we are getting very excited to be dropping 21,000 bouncy balls here at Imagination Station. I've got Tony behind me.
It's amazing.
Tony.
I've never actually seen this in person, but we're doing all these angles. I think it's even better if you're at home. That way you can see
Oh my goodness.
it.
Yeah, you're going to get
over
a
the
great
internet.
view. Look at this. We got 21,000 bouncy balls just over Tony's head, if you guys can see that
Right.
on
Now
the camera there.
I'm trusting that these won't come down.
21,000. And in just over 30 seconds, Tony's going to be pulling down on our cords there,
Okay.
releasing all 21,000 bouncy balls. So we got about 20 seconds.
I'm so nervous.
21 seconds. Here we go. I'm going to set this down. We're going to get ready for the ball drop here.
This is the best way to bring it in. Do you want me to get ready? Should I
18
touch these?
seconds.
I
Yep,
don't
if you want to get ready, Tony.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay,
We're going to do a countdown starting from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Happy 2021!
Happy New Year! And the balls are coming down. It's crazy. 21,000. Jeff, where you lost the screen there. We got 21,000 bouncy balls. Look at this madness. They just keep coming down.
Oh my goodness!
I
they're
told
still
ya.
coming.
We were going to have an exciting event, ladies and gentlemen, and we've done it.
21,000.
21,000 bouncy balls. This is so exciting, everyone. Look at this. Oh my goodness, look at all these bouncy balls. That's crazy. All 21,000. Oh, the balls have finally all fallen down. We are very excited. We're ringing in the new year. Tony, what was that experience like? I think I got quite a few bouncy balls there.
It was kind of, I'm out of breath because I was laughing and running, and it felt like I was in Jurassic Park, but they were bouncy balls instead of dinosaurs. It was crazy.
Yes, oh my. We had all 21,000 bouncy balls. The floor of Imagination Station is now covered with bouncy balls, all 21,000 of them. This was amazing. Before we go, I just want to say a huge thank you to all of our members, everyone watching at home. Thank you for supporting Imagination Station. We know it's been a rough year this year, but we are so happy to have you here with us today to bounce out of 2020 and into 2021. Very excited. And another shout out to Tony.
Bottle cap noisemaker. Make them at home. Make sure that you have some interactive experience the whole year through. Just make sure that science is a part of your life, because you saw what science can do. It can make you scream and run for cover.
Well, thanks again, Tony. We want to say another huge thank you to our sponsor, Comfort Line Fiber Frame. Family owned and Toledo proud, makes commercial and residential fiberglass windows, doors, and sunrooms. Comfort Line Fiber Frame.
Thank you for tuning in to the 2020 New Year's Eve celebration, presented from all of us here at Imagination Station. We wish you and your families a
Happy New Year!
Good. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
That was our two-family collaboration.
We are back here live, if I can get my camera straight here.
Oh, this is the after party. This is like the bonus part of the DVD.
I'm back here with Tony Geffius from 13 ABC,
Man.
and we thought we would showcase some of the aftermath
After
of
the bouncy ball drop.
the bouncy ball drop. As you can see, I'll try to get a shot of the floor here.
You think your party's hard to clean up.
We're trying to get a cleanup. If you look back here, look at this.
Wow.
The floor is covered with bouncy balls, like a sheet of bouncy balls.
So I had this idea. Can we sweep them into one area and make a bouncy ball angel?
A bouncy ball angel?
Eventually, maybe. That's just something you can do.
You know
at
what,
home.
Tony? I think you can do whatever you want. This is your only opportunity because you're not going to get another one like this again until next year.
We'll be here maybe till next year.
So we thought we'd give you a little sneak peek into the cleanup. You can see our behind the scenes back here.
That's right. Shout out to the cast and crew and everybody who made this possible.
We got beautiful bouncy balls everywhere. And for the next few minutes, we're going to be here cleaning up. So once again, thank you from Imagination Station, 13 ABC, and Comfort Line Fiber Frame. Thank you again.
There you go.
Just going to give us a nice behind-the-scenes shot here. It's beautiful.
So much work to do.
Any closing thoughts, Tony, before we go?
Well, you said typically in years past when you do this,
Yes.
the kids scoop them up in a matter of minutes. But this is something that we want to savor. We want to enjoy.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll just take our time.
We're going to take our time, maybe have some fun, bounce a few bouncy balls. But we're going to get to cleaning up. We got 21,000 bouncy balls
This is ingenuity right here.
to clean up.
You turn some tables sideways and
Turn some
corral.
tables,
It's
corral
amazing.
them up.
Now, if you want to see this again, just go ahead and rewind. You just scroll back, scrub forwards and backwards over and over, and you can see it right here on YouTube.
Yep, you can check it out on YouTube. And check out imaginationstationtoledo.org for any awesome activities that we featured here today.